Fortnite's Battle Royale mode is dying.
If you look at the numbers, Fortnite is dying.
Well, whether or not I think Fortnite is dying, because this has been a hot topic recently in the
Maybe Fortnite is dying.
Even though it seems that Fortnite is dying and that big YouTubers relate to this too, the truth is that it'll never die. The same type of videos about Fortnite dying were posted 2 or 3 years ago. Did it die? No. But did it lose a lot of its player base? Absolutely. Same thing for now. And it's because people are either growing out of it or getting bored. I know this because those two things happened with me. First I got bored with the game because I played for 5 years straight every day. And then I started having other interests and slowly started growing out of it. At least one of those things, it's what's happening to everyone who feels like Fortnite is dying. But there's more to the story. Big YouTubers and streamers are facing their own challenges. When you've been making Fortnite content for years, you start running out of fresh ideas. The algorithm demands constant novelty, but how many quote-unquote new mythic weapon videos can you make? Many creators are simply experiencing creative burnout, not necessarily reflecting the game's actual health. Let's be honest, a huge part of Fortnite is dying sentiment comes from nostalgia. Players remember chapter 1, season 2 to 4 when everything felt new and exciting, when the game was simpler and newer, when your biggest worry was whether to land at the towers or not. That era is gone and it's never coming back, which makes people feel like the good Fortnite is dead. Despite all of this, Fortnite still pulls in hundreds of millions of registered users. Epic Games reported over 400 million registered users as of recent data. Sure, that doesn't mean 400 million active players, but even if only 10% are regularly active, that's still 40 million people. Hardly a dead game. Fortnite concerts still break records, collaborations with Marvel, Star Wars and major artists still generate massive buzz. The game continues to be a cultural phenomenon, not just a gaming one. Dead games don't get chosen for major brand partnerships and virtual events. Epic Games continues to rake in billions from Fortnite. In 2022 alone, the game generated over $5 billion in revenue. Companies don't invest that kind of money and resources into a dying product. And yeah, I know it's almost 2026 now, but Fortnite still pulls numbers like that, whether we want to believe it or not. What people interpret as quote-unquote dying is actually evolution. Games change, betas shift, new features get added, old ones get removed. This is normal for any live service game. World of Warcraft has been dying according to players for over a decade, yet it's still one of the most successful MMORPGs ever made. One major factor people don't talk about enough is the skill gap. Fortnite players have gotten incredibly good over the years. New players joining now face an almost impossible learning curve. When casual players can't compete, they leave, creating the impression that the game is dying when in reality is just becoming more competitive. The gaming landscape has also become more fragmented. When Fortnite launched, there were fewer major free-to-play competitors. Now we have Apex, Valorant, Fall Guys when it was popular, Warzone and countless other games fighting for attention. Players aren't necessarily living gaming, they're spreading their time across more options. YouTubers saying quote-unquote Fortnite is dying often do so because negative dramatic content performs better in the algorithm. Quote-unquote Fortnite is dead gets more clicks than quote-unquote Fortnite is still doing fine. It's not necessarily malicious, but it's definitely influenced by what drives views and engagement. Many big Fortnite YouTubers are also trying to diversify their content. Claiming the game is dying gives them an excuse to branch out into other games without alienating their Fortnite audience. It's easier to say the game is dead than I'm bored and want to try something new. When multiple big creators start saying the game is dying, it creates an echo chamber. Viewers hear it from multiple sources and assume it must be true, but often these creators are just reflecting each other's sentiments rather than any concrete data. What we're seeing with Fortnite isn't unique. Every major online game goes through cycles of popularity. Minecraft quote-unquote died multiple times according to the internet, yet it's more popular now than ever. Among Us exploded and then died within a year. These cycles are normal in gaming. The generation that grew up with early Fortnite is aging out of it. They're going to college, getting jobs, starting relationships. They have less time for gaming, and when they do play, they might prefer different genres. This doesn't mean Fortnite is dying. It means its core audience is maturing, as I said before. So is Fortnite dying? Not by any measurable metric that matters. Is it past its cultural peak? Probably. Is it the same game that captured lightning in a bottle back in 2017 to 2018? Definitely not. But here's the thing. That's okay. Games evolve, audiences change. What we're witnessing isn't a death of Fortnite, but its maturation into a stable, long-term gaming platform. It might not dominate every conversation like it used to, but it's far from dead. Matter of fact, I need you to do something for me. Ask a 10 or 13-year-old that's playing Fortnite if they think the game is dying. I'm 100% positive that they will say no. And remember this one thing from this video. Maybe it's not Fortnite that's changed. Maybe it's us.